Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the Mesillas Yesharim, and today we are going to complete the 11th chapter, which is the Prate Midas HaNekiyos, the details of Nekiyos, of cleanliness. He's gone through many different topics and ideas to bring us here to the end. Klal Advarim, the main idea is these are some of the biggest, the chasing after honor, some of the biggest stumbling blocks that a person could possibly have in their life. It's impossible to be a true servant of Hashem as long as the person is worried about his own individual honor and glory. Because if you're busy trying to get yourself more honor in this world, fancier clothes, a nicer house, better car, honor and respect and a good reputation, so something's going to have to give. It says the Ramchal, what's going to end up being decreased is the amount of cover that you're going to give to Shemaim, the honor you're going to give to Hashem, because you're too busy worrying about your own. Dovid, this is what King David taught us. David HaMelech said, I remained small in my eyes, even though he was the king of all of Klal Yisrael. He had power, he had palaces, he had a palace, he had armies, he had the wisdom, he had everything. Nevertheless, he says, Hayisi Shafal Be'ina, I remained humble and small in my eyes, and that way he was able to give over all the glory to Hashem. The truth is, says the Ramchal, the true covet that there is in this world is the Yediyas HaTorah, is the knowledge and the wisdom of Torah that a person has, the emes, in truth. The Chedam Rizal, which our sages teach us, Ein Kavod al Torah, the only real honor is the honor of Torah. Shenemar Kavod Chachamim Yinchalu, like it says, the honor of the sages will be inherited. That is the true honor in this world. Vezulasa, and any honor besides that, it's just an illusionary honor. It's false. It's emptiness, and it's not going to help a person. So you got a new pair of shoes, and they're glitzy and they shine, and you get excited when you see it. Meaningless. The shoes are going to wear out. So you got a raise, or you got promoted in your position, and now they write about you in the company newsletter over there. You feel very good about yourself. It's an illusion. It's emptiness. That's not the real covet. It comes and it goes, just like a person got the job. Somebody else could come along and take the job. And therefore, the only real covet is that which lasts eternally, and that is the covet HaTorah v'roy hanaki li'inakos li'tar mimeno ta'ara gemara az yatzliach. And a person who's striving for cleanliness in these areas, he has to clean himself and purify himself completely. Az yatzliach. Then he will succeed. He will succeed in this arena as well, and he will understand where the ultimate covet goes. That's the covet to Torah, to mitzvahs, to Hashem, not the illusionary, empty honor that he's chasing after for himself. Says the Ramchal, up until this point, I have included many different ideas that require nekiyos, that require cleanliness. These are just samples and examples that I'm bringing down, but they are the foundations, are the building blocks for all the other mitzvahs, all the other midos, the character traits that we have. A wise person should take the teachings over here and he should apply them to his life. And a person of deep understanding, he will acquire for himself the strategies in other areas to be able to make himself clean and pure as well. I cannot deny the fact, says the Ramchal, that it's going to require a little bit of effort for a person to reach the state of spiritual cleanliness. Nevertheless, I'm telling you, you think that it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort to become clean in these areas. It's not what you think. Think the thoughts in these areas is more difficult than the action itself. For when a person just makes up in their mind and their heart that they want to fix for themselves to be from the group of Balei Amidah Toiva Hazos, they want to be from the people that are refined in this area, and they have cleansed themselves from the negative traits. A little bit of action that a person does to accustom himself to this clean approach to life. It's gonna you'll achieve it much easier than you think that you can. Says the Ramchal. He ends off with some words of encouragement and hope over here, that the actions and the nisayin, the test that we go through, testifies upon this, proves this, that it's not as hard as you think. So although that we just had, I believe this is the longest chapter in the Mesillas Yesharim, which he goes through so many details and he continues to build again and again how careful you have to be about the cleanliness in these areas, nevertheless, says the Ramchal, it's not as hard as you think. And if you put your mind to it and you start accustoming yourself to not chasing after the covet of this world, to not running after taivas, the desires, to making sure that you're clean on Shabbos and you're keeping things in the right way, and so on and so forth, all the different traits that we spoke about and the mitzvahs that we spoke about, you'll see that in a short amount of time, you'll be able to cleanse away the dirt that is there, and you will truly be a naki, a person who is clean in these areas between yourself and Hashem. Have a wonderful day. I'll say a mazel tov on the end of the 11th chapter, which probably took us about a month at least. And as Hashem, we will continue tomorrow with chapter number 12. All the best.